President Trump wrapping up his whirlwind visit to Switzerland this morning, touting the first formal meeting of his so-called Board of Peace.
This board has the chance to be one of the most consequential bodies ever created, and it's my enormous honor to serve as its chairman.
Trump administration officials say more than 24 countries have agreed to join, out of more than 50 invited. Among them, a host of authoritarian leaders, including Russia's Vladimir Putin, who is still considering the offer. Several European allies, including the United Kingdom, declining, citing concerns the board could undermine the United Nations. President Trump arrived here amid mounting tensions with those same U.S. allies over his desire to take ownership of Greenland. But yesterday, in a number of surprise moves, the president pulled back on his recent plan to impose tariffs on European countries and his threats of possible military force in Greenland, while also announcing he's reached, quote, the framework of a future deal over Greenland with NATO after meeting with its Secretary General. When pressed, providing no details.
Well, we have a concept of a deal.
The president insisting the deal would be forever.
Does it still include the United States having ownership of Greenland like you've said you wanted?
It's a long-term deal, and I think it puts everybody in a really good position.
The New York Times, citing 3 senior officials familiar with the talks, reports that in a separate meeting, NATO officials discussed a compromise in which Denmark would give the U.S. sovereignty over small pockets of Greenland, where the U.S. could build military bases. But an existing agreement dating back decades already allows the U.S. to expand its military presence in Greenland. Overnight, the Secretary General was asked if Greenland will remain a Danish territory as part of any deal.
That issue did not come up anymore in my conversations tonight with the President.
These last 24 hours again demonstrating how the U.S. is America First President Donald Trump is still single-handedly driving the global agenda. President Trump this morning meeting with a series of leaders, among them Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky, before he flies back home to Washington. Greg.
Peter Alexander traveling with the president there in Switzerland. Peter, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.